Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Parent Pod. I'm joined here tonight. I'm Amy. This is Melissa and Kelly. And we are here to bring weekly fun for you. It's a little bit of education, a little bit of resources, a little bit of togetherness and connection, right? And a little bit of fun every week.
Try a lot more fun. I think we want to bring a lot more fun.
We do need a lot more fun. And I think we're going to see a little bit of that tonight. We're going to have an awesome question of the night, and we're going to get to that. So, every week, like we said, we bring you a little bit of different things. This week, we don't have a special guest because we really wanted to tackle February vacation and things and tips, how to survive, all that good stuff. And we are going to actually kick off the night, ladies. We always have a cocktail, right?
Yes, we do.
So tonight, we actually all have these awesome little cocktails. We all have our fancy glasses. And These are from Cape Cod Coffee Roasters Cafe. And they're cocktails to go. They're amazing. And you can get them. You can actually order them online, right? These are pretty good.
This was my favorite realization in a long time came to me today with this whole thing. So yes, the fact that you can order them online within 10 minutes, Amy was like, Kelly, they're ready. I picked them up and I was a liquor delivery person today.
It was like the best Friday fairy gift ever. She was just bustling around and delivered our little dinner side salads with our cocktails in the little container.
Amy, which one do you have?
So I have the Hurricane Bob because I was kind of channeling,
what's in that one? Yeah, what's in that one?
So it's got Tito's, peach schnapps, pineapple juice, and grenadine. It's pretty good.
Sounds good.
So Mel, what do you do? What's in the espresso one? Do you have yours?
I don't have mine out, but it was Tito's and Kahlua and actual espresso.
Cape Cod coffee vodka, which is the most important ingredient here so it has the Tito's vodka, Cape Cod coffee vodka, Kahlua, and espresso. And literally
it tastes like you're drinking an espresso. It's really good.
It's amazing.
You know what? I didn't want to do that one this late in the day because I was afraid I'd be up.
Mine, I had chocolate ice cream and I just put it in that. I only want a little bit because I don't want to be up all night.
Guys, if I thought for 1 second that an espresso would keep me up all night, it would be the greatest. It would be the greatest thing ever.
You drink these all the time.
I literally can drink coffee whenever. Coffee's like having water for me these days.
I think that's most moms, right? Coffee doesn't even really work anymore, especially after the pandemic, right? It's gone.
It's crazy.
Our tolerance level is too high.
They had a lot of different. What did they have? What was it? 16? You have a screenshot, Aim, right?
Let's pull this up. So there was. They had 7 of them. So they had the Brewed Awakening, which has their Cape Cod coffee vodka with Irish cream and their Scandinavian cold brew. That looked really, really good. But again, I didn't want to do that late at night.
Do you think it would be weird if I ordered that for breakfast tomorrow?
Ooh.
It's the weekend tomorrow. It's fine.
It's a Saturday, right? It's like, if I can have a Bloody Mary, why can't I have the Brewed Awakening to go?
It's a good brunch. You could order your breakfast, get the Brewed Awakening, go home and set yourself up comfortably.
This place is so cute.
They are so great there. I had brunch there with a friend, it was a while ago now, but we had a mimosa flight. You could choose all the different juices you wanted to put in, and you could put in the amount that you wanted. It was really, really fun.
So good. It was really easy to order online, and as long as you order something to eat with it, it's all ready. You can pick it up at curbside delivery. Kelly actually walked in, which was great, and treated herself to a couple other fun little treats.
Yeah. No, but it was great. It was like, and I'd never been there, so it was actually pretty cool. It was like Starbucks met whatever bar is your favorite. It's like, you walk in and there's a great little coffee shop here, but off to the right, take the right, there's a fabulous full bar. I thought it was awesome. And people were in there having brunch. I mean, I forget what time I was actually in there, but it was great. And they're following all the COVID, protocol. They have, dividers, like, partitions set up between, the tables and stuff. And so it was really cute.
I thought this was like very innovative and to include a lot of their own stuff within it.
Very.
I thought that was great. I didn't Cape Cod coffee vodka. Like I need to get some of that because that's
in this espresso martini one too. And
yes.
I'm a huge fan of espresso flavored vodka. So I had no idea that they had their own.
So we definitely recommend taking a little trip down to Mashpee Commons and treating yourself, bringing it home, especially for the weekend, or maybe you want to stock up for February vacation, like right before February vacation.
Oh my
So
God.
leave a comment. Let us know what you're drinking tonight as we kind of get started before we share the question of the night if you want. Or just shout out and give us a little hi. Hi, how are you doing, Charlene? Glad you're joining us. Treat yourself, girl. Treat yourself. So tonight, actually, in celebration of how much we're enjoying these cocktails to go, we are actually going to give away a $25 gift card to Cape Cod Coffee Roasters tonight.
Love that.
All you have to do is answer our question of the night.
You guys, seriously, that's so easy. I'll be so angry if we don't get like 100. But Amy, what is the question of the night?
Oh, the question of the night. All right. The question of the night. And this is a good one. So, and listen, we're not answering it first. We're going to leave it to you guys. All right. So I'm going to put it here.
It's actually a little spin off of the, what is it? F, Marry, Kill. Isn't that what the spinoff is?
Yes. So instead of F, Marry, Kill, we're going to start out a little tamer here.
We're going PG tonight.
We're going to put you all on the spot. So you need to comment for a chance to win the $25 gift card through random.org with Cape Cod Coffee Roasters. And of course, so the question is yourself, a puppy, and a panda. Punch one, hug one, and kiss one. Leave your comments while we're talking over here.
A little bit.
Think about it.
Really think about it. I know this is a tough one, guys.
Too hard though. I mean,
we promise we won't come to your house and get mad at you no matter what you choose to punch.
I mean, speak for yourself, Amy. Puppy, I'm coming for you.
All right, so let's pull off these right here. All right, so tonight, the other thing we want to kind of talk about, and we're going to get to it later, is we have a kindness winner. We have a lucky mom tonight to surprise.
Yeah. It's been a while.
It has been a while. This is a really important thing, I think, to our show. And we really want to encourage everyone. And I'm going to put up the link really quick again. You can actually nominate someone. You can also submit questions for our upcoming guests. And all you have to do is go to this web link right here. And every week we're looking for moms or dads, someone special to surprise, spread a little goodness and kindness this way. Because I think it's really important. Spread love. The pandemic has really brought out that, I think, in a lot of people. And you want to do good, There's not much else to control over.
Like when you're in like the Starbucks line or Dunkin' Donuts and the person in front of you pays for your order, it's like, who doesn't love that feeling, right? So imagine somebody doing that for you. Imagine how good it would feel to you to nominate, one of your friends. Who isn't going to love to get a little prize?
Yeah, and just to highlight two of the little things in this bag tonight, they're going to get a cocktail to go from Cape Cod Coffee Roasters. They're also going to get an espresso martini. They're going to get a little bag of Girl Scout cookies.
Oh my God!
Exciting. And we have a couple other little odds and ends, little knickknacks and keychains and other things in here. But just to just to bring a little sunshine and thank people for being the awesome person that they are. So,
and it's so easy. Like literally, Amy just put up the thing. I don't want to think like it's this big, huge ordeal. Like it's not. It's just follow the link. Let us know why you love them.
Yeah, it's that easy. I mean, we ask for your name and your email, but it's really just so we can contact you when we select that winner so that we can just make sure that they're watching, because we like to surprise them while they're watching. So that's going to be exciting. We're going to cover that in a little bit. So more to come. And I see our answers coming in. So you might see over here. We're going to share them after or throughout. And I will be recording into random.org all the people entering right now. So let's talk about February vacation.
Oh my God. I kind of want to throw up about it.
That was like a very resounding shared groan.
I think it's like we were talking before. I think it's hard because last February vacation, COVID was just like, we were just getting into the thick of it. So it was kind of like everyone was okay with, actually, we weren't even shut down, like you were saying, right? We weren't even shut down February. Yeah. We were shut down April. So everyone was kind of like, I don't even want to go anywhere. So I'm cool with it. Now everyone's like, they're crazy. But, numbers are coming down and people want some things to do. I mean, luckily Melissa and I know Ethan's done some riding lessons, but our girls have, I'm loving the horseback riding lessons because it's outside. It's like, I'm not freaking out about, yeah, but I just, what are some other things that, Aim, what do you have going on for your kids that week?
Well, so we're kind of looking at a few different options. We're going to probably do some type of combination, if you will. And so we've looked at tumble camp because we've always had a really good experience with that. It's a lot of movement and activity, especially for my son, because he just needs to be moving and grooving. He's got to be moving. If he's not moving, trouble's going to happen. So we gotta move.
What Turning Point is doing a camp over break?
We're not positive.
Okay.
If they are.
Because they're good
summer, but I'm not sure about vacation week.
Yeah, I think a lot of places that traditionally have been open in the past for those vacation camps might still be kind of, I think they're still waiting, and you're right, the numbers are coming down, but I think they're going to wait till they come down a little bit more. And as the weather warms up, I think you're going to see more outdoor, for example, Laura Turning Point, she does that great outdoor studio. And so I know they're getting ready for spring classes outside, and I think that'll be fabulous. And we just, we're praying for warmer days. It's scheduled to be maybe in the 40s for February vacation. I know that still sounds cold, everybody, but it's
going to say it's supposed to be like 27 degrees, like next Saturday or whatever it is. It's like going down considerably over the next week and a half.
Right, but we're coming up from, remember we were in like the teens, okay? 2 weeks ago. Yeah. We're trending up, and I'm just thinking positive. I'm thinking vitamin D spring. Let's go. Like, bring it on. If we will it into existence, it'll happen, right?
Speaking of vitamin D, did you want to bring up the vitamin B12?
Oh, yeah. Oh, so really quick, if you had not caught our Thriving Hydration Parent Pod, that was our first one back in January, and we went and checked that out. Kelly and I, we shared with Melissa. Melissa has actually since been, and we had a great time with some other ladies. And so in honor of Super Bowl, Sunday and Monday, you can go in there and you can actually get just the B12, TB12 shots, which I thought was really funny for $12.
So awesome.
So definitely, if you got a chance, that's a huge discount from what it normally is. And I booked myself, and I have a friend who did as well. We're going to go over there Sunday morning. In and out, 15 minutes. Not the whole shebang this time, but just the quick energy boost. I'm obsessed with that B12 shot, as everybody knows. So I really think the doctor should prescribe it to me.
I don't know. because I take the B12 like
The
Vitamin.
supplement every day. But do they tell you? I mean, I'm not sure what the difference of the dosage is. I know that that's like a super boost that they're injecting in you. But do they say? Did they tell you? You know how often I forget what she said. How often she recommends you like going in for a shot like that?
I think if I remember right, it depended on the person, so it can last anywhere from 1 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
Some people come more often, and it depends on what your levels are.
And this will be your third one, right, Ames, since January?
Yeah, this will be my third one, and I feel pretty good. At least a week, I have a lot of good energy, and
Okay.
For me, I've never had my B12 or any of those levels checked. I should probably ask to have them checked, but I would say, based on how I'm feeling, they're probably borderline to low. And you guys know me; I'm always on the go. I'm moving.
Yeah.
I'm doing a lot of things. I probably suck that energy dry, so it's good.
Did you notice a difference, Mel?
Yeah, I definitely did. Yes, it was amazing, and I can't wait to go back.
That's great.
I'm looking forward to when she combines it with the facials and that whole ladies' night. That'll be fun.
That would be fun.
That'll be really
Sorry,
fun.
I know we got off a little off track, but I remember that you had that marinating before, so I wanted
Oh yeah, I was like, as soon as I saw that post, you got to follow them on Instagram, Thriving Hydration, and because they put up a little story or a little post, and there's deals, and our first responders and healthcare workers do get a discount, and she's continuing that through the month of February. So definitely take advantage. I know a lot of people have taken advantage around their vaccinations for COVID in our healthcare industry, so I would recommend it. So, other than that, that's how I'm going to kick off February, baby.
I love that.
With all the energy that we are going to need. But you know what? One of the things I was really thinking would be fun is taking advantage of some of the free stuff. And I know it's been cold, but it's not going to be insurmountable cold.
Right.
And I think if the weather permitting, if the sun's out, it might be fun to go explore some of our beautiful, like the region. I mean, there's some great trails with the kids, and it's good to get outside. They need the fresh air. I'm a big proponent of being outside for a number of reasons, but I think it would be fun. I think we should go explore. We could wear the GoPro, and I want to hike out to that swing. Did you see the swing?
Where is that one?
So that one is actually in Yarmouth, and you access that from Calorie Darling Conservation Area in Yarmouthport. And that was in our picture over here. And I'll put it back up for a second.
Okay.
That's what that place was?
Yeah, see the swing right here?
Yes.
That's cool.
You can actually swing, and you're in the beach grass and in the dunes, and it's really, I haven't been there in a couple of years, but it's really, really nice.
Oh, that's where I'll have my headshots taken.
Yes.
It's like blowing in the wind. Amy, where's that other place that you had that was like the wish tree or something?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to make me sad. We have to talk about the wishing. Okay, so there used to be the wishing tree on the Cape, and it was, if you went to Craigville Beach, and there's actually another beach further down, a further parking lot to the right, and you could park there, and then you just go out into the beach, and you just keep walking to the right as far as you can go till you get to the inlet. And down near the end there was this tree with conch shells and all different types of shells hanging from it. It's a beautiful spot, and people put like rock formations in the ground. You can see them from way up high, and when the tide goes out, bring a backpack, and it's a lot of fun, and snacks, everything. A couple of years ago, somebody actually cut down all the hanging shells.
What?
Nobody knows who.
Huh.
They didn't have a ring camera on the tree.
Can you believe that? I think we should go redecorate it, and we'll hang a trail cam there.
Oh my God, I did not know that. I did not mean to bring up such a sad
sad. I haven't been back, so I don't know. Maybe there's some new things there now. I think people are going to start hanging it, but I think it upset a lot of people. And some of the theory was, oh, it's trash, but
it's shells. That's not trash.
I think it was the
Weird.
strings. I don't know, but
That's
a lot of it
hard.
was rope. I mean, I guess maybe if somebody put a canister there with biodegradable rope, maybe that would be a more
Oh, yeah.
acceptable thing. So, but it was a really special place. So maybe
Oh,
we should hike out there and see if there's anything out there. There's other things to
Good.
look at too.
I was going to say, even local, the Knob, we were reminiscing with
We love it.
our Knob hikes, which we've done with all three of us all together with our kids. That's always so fun.
Yeah, that's the picture of the knob right there, and they've been redoing the trail, and
Yeah.
that is really a nice hike. You can hike out on either side. So there's like the ocean side, which is a real easy walkout, I would say, and there's some beach at low tide. And then you come out here and it's just so pretty for the kids or anybody. I actually got married out there and I just love that spot.
That
And then,
is fun.
yeah, and then you can come back the back way like we did, and the kids have a blast because they're exploring. They find driftwood and rocks, and
Cabs, lots of cabs.
it's so much fun.
Izzy and Charlie, the last time they were looking for treasures so that they could make their own. They wanted to be like Huckleberry Finn, remember? And they were looking for fishing line so that they could make their own fishing rods. We found a lure weight. So they had so much fun.
And they had a blast.
But so many crabs and little sea creatures that they can find. So that's always my fave, and it's so close. But
another good one is White Cedar Swamp in Wellfleet. If you want to take
have been wanting to do that forever.
That is a wonderful one because you eventually you come through the swamp and you can end up on the beach. And it's unique. It's really cool when you're in the swamp with the cedars kind of going over you, and you almost feel like you're in, I don't want to say the secret garden, maybe more like Narnia, like that type of it's real magical. Like you're looking up and there's all kinds of wildlife in there. So that's a good one for the kids. I think all these, taking the kids outside to do something is going to be crucial that week.
I think we're focusing more on stuff like that because number one, we have to keep them entertained. I know I have anxiety when I think about the fact that there's going to be, a good chunk of time that we now have to fill up their days, and there's not a whole lot you can do. I can't afford to send my kids to camp every single day, and I don't know a lot of people that can, and if you can, that's fantastic. But if you
especially right now,
I mean, I've been out of work since the beginning, and I'm sure a lot of other people are as well. And we're just doing what we can to keep our head above water in all areas. And, I mean, we've got a lot of great places locally that we can go to.
We definitely do.
But there's another one down in Mashpee, Dead Neck Trail, and there you can almost pretty frequently, like probably half the percent of the time, you see a white snowy owl sometimes out there, and that's a fun trail if you can catch the owl. So maybe doing a scavenger hunt with the kids, and you pick 2 or 3 of these to do throughout the week, and here's you can make a bingo card for them that they can carry with them, and
good idea.
Find this, and how many bingo cards can you fill out a bit at each place,
They actually have really good template. Not that I'm not very creative when it comes to making the scavenger hunt. The templates they have online for things that you can just print out for a scavenger hunt. My husband's he actually is really good at it. He writes out his own and hides them places. Maybe if I had another 13 hours in a day, I would find time to do that. But go online and print out a little template and bring it to your little hiking adventure. And that's a great idea.
Yeah, there's tons on Pinterest. That's a really great idea.
Absolutely. And the Mass Audubon has a lot of that stuff too, under their youth section. And they have Creative Explorers programs, and you can kind of print some of those because they do those resources for teachers, but also for parents homeschooling. So I would definitely take advantage of some of these things. Even like hiking around the seashore, go up to Race Point, and I know it's not the time of year for whales, but you could do the walk along the beach. There are some incredible things that wash up there, and expose the kids to these different places. Charlene says there's a cool walking trail in Sandwich. There are a bunch of different trails and a boardwalk. I think you're talking, it's magical. I think it's Talbot's Point she's talking about. That's a great one. It's one of my favorites, and it's you can access it off Old County Road, and it's near kind of the train. And you hike through, and you do have some really great points, and it brings you out near some of the marsh areas in Sandwich. You could also go out, towards Sandy Neck and walk the back trails. The public parking's free, and in those back dune areas, that's a really fun spot too. Lots of stuff to explore.
That's fun.
Yeah. What else? I know there's some virtual activities taking place, some of which are free because, and I think I told you two about it. Ethan signed up for a virtual cartooning class.
Oh my gosh, you did say that. But tell us more about that, because that is awesome.
Yeah, so I think it's Barnstable Village Libraries is doing a virtual cartooning class on the Monday afternoon with a real cartoonist. I'll have to look up his name after, but he's going to be teaching them how to draw. So Ethan's really intrigued by this because he wants to draw like Wimpy Kid. He's really into the Wimpy Kid.
Yeah. Yep.
And so I think that's who he wants to dress up for as on the half day for the literacy day in March.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know how we're going to create like three or four hairs for that.
You figure it
out. Who else is running some stuff? A couple of the libraries have really stepped it up for vacation week, and they're running a bunch of stuff. Sandwich Partnership for Families is running some early ed virtual activities. That's year round though for them.
Yeah.
Definitely take
all of that stuff is on their home pages too, right?
Absolutely. And we have some of this on our calendar for those that submit it. Mashpee Library is doing a Lego virtual like block party. So that might be good for your Lego builders. You can sit there. Because what's really important, whether it's virtual or not, is that they're having kind of this free time to do something, but they're on with other kids. And even if they can't be in person together, that they still get some of those socialization time, because that's really critical right now, especially for our kids. It helps with that mental health aspect. Katie brings up a good one. FCTV is hosting virtual sessions similar to the ones we're talking about, including 3D animation, video game streaming. So you can learn how to video game stream. So for all the YouTube kids, Izzy, Ethan, Charlie.
I love that.
They are doing a camp for that. One of them's one day and one of them's 3 of the days, and also the 3D animation. So, working on those tech skills, but again, with other kids. So they're getting the socialization.
Do we know how to register and stuff for that? Where do you go to do that?
So that one, you want to go to fctv.org. That's in Falmouth. But I mean, anybody can take these, no matter what town you're in on the Cape.
Right.
Another somewhat blessing of the pandemic is really your doors open everywhere. I mean, the Boston Museum of Science is running virtual programs for February vacation week, different kinds of things, whether it's Dino Dig or rocket science, all different kinds of things that the kids can do at home and virtually. So I think that's great that the museums and libraries are really stepping it up and still trying to make that connection with these kids.
I remember when this whole thing started, like the kids it was like the first week that they were like, we didn't even have like virtual school set up yet. It was like, you're on your own for a good 2 weeks. I remember literally these museum pages and like forcing my kids to take tours of the like Museum of Science. And they're like, why are you making us do this? And I was like, I don't know. I'm supposed to be teaching you stuff. No idea. Go to the museum.
You remember that we were I feel like we had a better handle on virtual learning during that time.
Oh my God. I was like, my mother said yesterday to Charlie, she was like, Charlie, do you like yoga? And she was like, not really. And I was like, what? And she was like, ever since the first week of homeschool when you made us do yoga every morning. Like,
Oh my gosh.
how do I fill up our days? All right, we're starting with yoga every morning, and they hated it. I made everybody do it, and they were like, "This is horrible, Mom. We don't have to do this at school. Why do we have to do it here?"
It's funny you bring that up because there's actually a woman locally that does aerial yoga and does small groups with kids.
Oh, we need
Oh,
to
I want to do it for me.
to do that.
Oh yeah, she's in. We're in Falmouth. For everyone who may not know that, but I'm sure there's other people on the Cape, but this woman, I just found her and I was all excited. She does kids and adults, and I'm like, oh, this is the best thing ever.
Now, can you get certified for that?
Yeah, I would love
I need to do that.
I got to do this one first.
All right.
One at a time. Another one I wanted to highlight, Falmouth Library is doing, they're actually, if you pre-register, they're doing like the STEAM gem, and it's a different theme, I think, every couple days or every day. And it's Observe Outdoors theme. So one day they give you binoculars and you observe birds. And another day they're doing like a dream cloud adventure. So you're observing the clouds. And so I thought that was really fun because you pre-register and then they give you a little bag you pick up at the library and you give to your child. And so that was really neat. And that's on the Falmouth Library website.
That's
and again, you don't have to be Falmouth residents. All these things now in the virtual world, I mean, you can be anywhere and doing any of these things. So take advantage of some of what our libraries and our community is offering. What else is going on? I saw the Cultural Center was doing something in person. Did you see this? We shared a blog today. They're going to be doing wand craft, the art of wand making. So for all your Harry Potter.
Oh my God.
Or maybe some of your older kids who are into the Wink series. I know that a lot of kids, the tweens. I'm actually into it. Guilty pleasure. I'm like,
Amy's going to be registering for the wand.
I might have to. Have you? It's called Fate. It's on Netflix, and it's part of this Winx book series, and it's a little addictive. So I don't know. It's about fairies at magic school.
Okay, but wait. So tell me, how are they doing this in person, and are they only allowing like 4 people to go?
Right.
Yeah. So it's going to be small groups, and so it's for ages 9 and up. And it's a winter break arts day on February 19th. So they'll get 3 classes, all 3 classes from 10 to 5.
Okay.
And it's Nathan Olin. He's a local artist, director, and he's going to be doing all of it. And they do wand craft making from 10 to noon, then clay jewelry from 1 to 3.
Okay.
And then button making 3:30 to 5.
Wow.
Plus they have lunch. They bring from home and a scavenger hunt. And it says social distancing and mask usage will be observed throughout. And it's $55 a person, but that includes all the materials except for your lunch and bringing your masks. And the classes are available separately, but there's a discount if you register for all 3. So
again, Amy?
This is at the Cultural Center of Cape Cod, which is over in South Yarmouth. And so for your arts and crafts people, even if they just want to take one, if you want to limit your amount of time there, this is really fun. I think it's a fun hands-on kind of activity to do, even for a short one. I would recommend it. And you can find those details on our blog as well. Okay.
Did you get a funny response? What are you reading right now?
I'm reading in the public chat somebody responding to one of our viewers, which I think is kind of funny. I'm sure Katie will see it, though. They're trying to get her to Cash App her.
Is that like a
They're not saying that they want to punch one of us, are they?
No.
There's a scammer here. That's right, Kara.
Yeah.
We got to tell Mr. Joy to kick rocks. We're not into your Cash App scam.
No.
It's like the people who leave us YouTube comments, hotmoms.com. Okay, we thank you. Thank you, but move along.
I love it.
Yeah, we got way too much to do. We don't have time for that. So yeah, there's a lot to do in the community, I think, for the week if you do a little mix. And I think you can be safe and help. We got to keep the numbers down, right? We're coming down in the numbers.
Yeah.
communities are starting to go back trend towards, we're going to get back towards yellow. A couple of them have already popped back to yellow. And I think those that remained yellow will start to pop back towards green, especially as the weather warms up. But the more we're outside, especially, I think is the point. And I know it's cold, but get out there. It's good for all of us.
You know what? The kids want to be outside. I feel like they've been for so long that, I mean, there are some days where I'm actually like, I kind of think you guys should come in because I think, like, you know, Charlie's like, Mom, I almost got frostbite on my face today. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's a little too long.
But you know, you go out for a little bit, you kind of watch that time, but it's good for us too. You know, I know we've talked about it a couple times. I would really like to start going
Katie's
on
gonna punch a panda.
You know, there's so many people on here that want to punch a panda. I'm like, I don't understand. I want to hug the panda.
Aren't pandas are not aggressive, right? At all?
No, that's
No.
I would panda. I don't know that I'd kiss a panda because I think it could potentially bite your face off if it got mad.
Yeah.
Lissy wants to know who came up with this question.
Not me.
We're not going to share. Don't ask or tell here. No judgment.
Create it. I just found it.
Yeah. It's not our fault.
I stumbled across it. It's listen.
If it's on the internet, it's fair.
The other questions that I was throwing out there, this is actually okay.
Oh, Charlene, me too. Me too. Listen, we're going to get there. I have an idea. Let's see what we can do about like a summertime, you know. Maybe we can do a virtual Cape Cod Moms tropical theme party as we warm up.
Yeah. I mean,
you guys got to tell us what you want us to do, especially, you know, we've got some great stuff lined up for February and most of March already. But if you guys want us to do other things like bring in some music or have a party night, hey, we're all about it.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like when you're, you know, nominating your friends, also think about, I mean, if there are some things that you want us to dig up info for you on, or, you know, we're ready for some ideas. So
everybody's punching themselves.
I know. Well, I mean, I'm kind of, I think, I don't know. Mel, would you hug a panda or kiss the puppy or punch?
No, I would.
No.
I would have to punch myself because I mean,
Yeah.
how do you?
Yeah, we should have defined how hard you have to punch yourself. Because if you only have to do it like lightly, I mean,
like okay, I just punched myself there.
If you have to really punch yourself,
it doesn't say how hard it has to be.
I still wouldn't punch a panda or a puppy though.
I wouldn't either,
myself
I
out.
would have a hard time punching myself.
You guys see the cool video of the panda? I think it's at the National Zoo, like in DC, like with the snowfall. He was like sliding down on his back head first downhill and then like rolling in the snow. It's the cutest freaking thing I've ever seen in my life. It's adorable.
Oh my God.
Wow, how could you punch that?
I know you can't. Oh, thanks, Phoebe.
Oh, Phoebe, you're cute.
Yeah. I'm going to, you know, I appreciate that. I'm going to feel a lot hotter after I go for a hike on all these trails because I'm determined to get back my like 17-year-old body somehow in time for summer.
Yeah, I know. I had to send a birthday video to one of our friends that's turning 40 tomorrow. And well, that's nice. You'd hug yourself too. But I literally played the video back and I was like, I have to send it because I have to send it. But I literally looked like a diabetic tick that was about to pop after sucking the blood out of an entire football team. That's what came to mind when I'm watching the video back and I'm like, oh, happy 40th birthday. Thank you.
That camera, it's like
horrible.
Awful. Like it just looks so different.
And when you're having to do it yourself, it's just like, oh, punch this
Laura.
yeah.
Yes. Punch this.
Yes.
That's good.
Take a hike. I mean, I appreciate that he's watching us from wherever he is right now. I appreciate it. Thanks for the love. I like getting love from other continents.
Right.
You know.
So what do you have coming up in February?
Oh, let's talk about that really quick, because then we'll call and surprise our mom.
Yes.
So let's talk about, we got some really great guests coming up. All of February is amazing. I'm excited for every single one of them. So next week we have Brandon Babias. He is the owner of Marshland Restaurant in Sandwich. He's a chef.
Nice.
He is a local dad. He's amazing. His wife is amazing. And so he's going to be sharing a recipe, which we're going to share with you in advance in the next couple days. So you have time to get it. We are going to make that recipe and share a little video during the live show of us making alongside Brandon. And then we're going to chat with him. And it's going to be a recipe that is kid friendly and but good for you, but is easy, and hopefully you can involve the kids in, because we want to start bringing you at least once a month some of these nutrition or chef recipes that are easy and fun to do with the kids. I think it's important to involve the kids in the cooking. I didn't get a lot of experience cooking growing up until I was older, so I think it's great to involve the kids. And we've done it with the kids before, little apple pies, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
They love
They're
it.
more likely to eat the food that they're involved in cooking too. So.
Exactly. It's a good way to get those vegetables in there. That's what I'm asking all these chefs. How do we get these vegetables in for these kids? And then the following week, we are having Erin Edwards from Upper Cape Aesthetics, and the other woman, Sarah Glover, who does these amazing facials, including the new UV facials. Ooh. They now share an office at Upper Cape Aesthetics. And so they're really excited to come on and talk with us all about that. So that's going to be a really fun one.
I'm looking forward to that one.
I love that.
I'm really excited. I've had a UV partial facial before when I went to Vermont back last fall. And it was really good. My face was like glowing in August. Like, it was beautiful.
So what was it? They just used like a serum and then they put like a UV light on you?
Oh my gosh, your skin is so like beautiful and fresh after.
I love that.
It's amazing. The following week, we have Jacob Stapleton from Children's Cove, and we're going to be talking about their revamped website, their Q&As. They have a block party coming up, a virtual block party, and that's going to be really fun. And he's talked with us before, and again, with the virtual world and with our kids online more than ever. And this is a more serious topic. And the recent release we saw how many kids in southeastern Massachusetts were trafficked under the age of 17 in 2020. Just southeastern Massachusetts. We shared that post a couple weeks ago. It was incredible. And that included kids from the Cape, Falmouth, and some other towns. And it's a topic we got to talk about it. As uncomfortable as these topics are, the more we talk about it, the easier it will be, and the better education we have, and the more comfortable we are with our kids. As Jacob says, you don't educate and don't have that talk with your kids, somebody else is going to. Especially nowadays online. I mean, you guys see they're playing games. Ethan's playing Roller.io, and some of the names, even though he's playing against the computer, some of the names.
Yeah.
I don't even want to say, I couldn't even say them right now. Yeah. And then I'm having to have conversations. Yeah. It's good that he goes right away, oh, that's an inappropriate name, because we've had that conversation. So that's really good. So he's a great guest. Yeah. We definitely have to be more vigilant than ever on the virtual world. The following week is Nicole Mitchell, and she owns Kind Heart for Kids Cupcakes, and it's they also fundraise for local foster kids, and they just recently had the backpack and birthday basket thing that they partnered with Avocados for. She's amazing, and I really want to highlight that, because there was a foster care crisis, especially before the pandemic. It was due to the opiate crisis down here, and now with the pandemic, it's just been made worse. So she's a great resource for helping tackle that financially and getting kids what they need. Backpack, school supplies. Some of these kids, they leave their houses with nothing at all. And that are, if there's no home to go to, they're being driven around all night. And we got to take care of those kids. It's our responsibility. I know they're not our children, but we owe it to the community to do our part with that, because otherwise the cycle will continue with them. So that's another tough one, but I think it's a really important one. And then later in March, just two other highlights I'm going to highlight for March and April. Mike Morrison from Rideway Adventures. That's going to be a really exciting one. Local guy from Sandwich, but his business runs out of Sandwich and Mashpee. They do kayaking, stand-up paddleboarding. We're going to be visiting them when it gets warmer, but we wanted to kind of have them on as a little teaser to warmer days ahead. And then, as everybody knows, one of my upcoming guests that I'm really excited about, right, is Rachel Hargrove from Below Deck. You know, eat my cooter, lady. She's got merchandise that says this now. I think it's fantastic. And so she'll be making Vietnamese spring rolls with all of us, and that's really exciting. So that'll be a fun time. So now we've kind of reached the point where we are going to surprise someone. And before we do, again, we want to highlight how important this is. You know, we want to, kindness is so important. We want to show our support for people who are just going out of their way. So we want you guys to nominate people, right?
Yes.
Nominate people. And it's super, super simple. Via our linktree / Cape Cod Moms, there's a little period in the middle of the tree. But there, you can submit questions. You can share your anonymous stories of COVID or pandemic, confessions, anything like that. We'll share them maybe live anonymously. And you can also nominate someone. So it's a lot of fun. So we're going to surprise the person we're going to surprise first. And then we'll pick our Cape Cod coffee roasters. How's that sound?
Perfecto.
So I'm going to read our winner. Actually, you know what? We're going to call him surprise her like we usually do. So this week's winner was nominated by another mom in the community. And I think this mom is actually watching right now. So I'm really excited. And I think she is well deserving. And I'm excited to call her now. And hopefully she answers. She's going to be surprised, I think, when her phone rings.
Hopefully she doesn't have you
watching. And be like, wait, why is the phone ringing?
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay. I know she's looking at her phone going, oh my gosh. Yes, we're calling you.
Don't.
Come on.
Hello.
Hi, Laura.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh my goodness.
Yay.
Feedback thing works.
Oh, well, we are calling to surprise you because you're this week's winner for a little surprise. So I want to read you what Amy Sellers, who nominated you, said about you for everyone.
Oh, Amy.
So here we go. She says, as we all know, 2020 was tough on small businesses and tough on the arts, and 2021 looks to be a bit more of the same. Laura Shortino has worked tirelessly to keep her dancers dancing, which was not only good for their bodies, but so good for their minds. Though she was unable to meet in person and her business was suffering, she made it a priority to offer free Zoom classes for all her students. She and her staff and some of her former students, now professionals, also pitched in. She, with the blessing of her landlord, built a beautiful outdoor studio that was put to use as soon as protocols allowed. Currently, her studio is at 25% capacity, yet she strives to offer her students the best training and fun, all wrapped together. Additionally, she is a mom navigating the hybrid model currently happening in the school system. She has been a role model for students about hard work and perseverance in the face of adversity, and she has done it gracefully. You are very, very well deserving, Laura.
Oh my gosh, I wasn't expecting to cry.
Well, you really are well deserving, and I have
Oh my gosh, the honor is mine.
I have a little bag, and you're going to get one of these little drinks that we're drinking tonight, the cocktails to go, some cookies and some other good stuff. I'll drop it off this weekend.
Hi, Laura. You're going to love the drink. It's so good.
Yes, and we hope you get a little time to yourself this weekend to enjoy it.
Yes.
And we just want,
Thank you so much. I love you guys.
we love you too, and we appreciate you so much. You're an amazing mom, an amazing business owner, and you really are very well deserving of this.
Absolutely.
To all of you.
Oh, thank you, Laura. I'll drop it off this weekend.
Okay. All right. Have a lovely evening and an awesome weekend, all of you.
Thank you. You too.
Bye, Laura.
Bye.
Bye. She
Oh,
really is. She is so well deserving.
Yeah, her business is such a huge part of our community. If you have a dancer at Turning Point, you know the hard work that she puts in and what she teaches the kids is just, there's no place better.
Absolutely. And you know, I actually met Laura, and she was part of that group of moms that actually inspired me to start Cape Cod Moms, which is now 10 years ago. And the boys are the same age, and I couldn't say enough nice things about her. We've actually interviewed her on the Parent Pod before, so if you haven't seen it, you have to go back and check it out. We'll have to share it. But she really is. She's an amazing person, and she's so kind and it's so giving to the community. And again, I can't say enough good things about her. I'm going to cry too.
I love it.
I know.
I love it.
So we want more of those things, everybody. So next week, you know, we want to have a whole list of people to pick from. So definitely send in your nominations. Find people to nominate. We know there's so many of you out there, and you're all deserving. You're in the thick of it. We get it. Trust us. And some days are a battle, right? I think. Did you see my post I shared on Instagram earlier from Kat and Nat? And it was about, you know, women, and sometimes you got to go in the shower and you have a good cry and everything like that. And I shared
do it out in the open these days. I don't even go in the shower. It could be in Target. It could be in TJ Maxx, and I might just be having a good cry.
Yeah, there's no price, but you know, I've said it, and you guys have heard me say it, you know, you have a good cry, and sometimes some days it's a battle. We're battling every day. You're in the trenches, no matter what you're going through. And everybody has a struggle, and you have a good cry. And then as women and as mothers, you know what we do? We pull ourselves up by our big girl pants, and we get back out there and we do that shit. Yep. We just do what needs to be done, and that's why we're women.
That's right.
Why we're mothers.
And if you need a little espresso martini to help you along the way, then get it.
Or the Hurricane Bob, or
Cosmo, or whatever.
So we get to pick one more winner here too. We get to pick from our question of the night. By the way, you guys didn't answer the question, so you have to answer before we pick a winner.
I thought we kind of answered it.
Well, we all know we're going to punch ourselves.
Right.
I'm going to punch myself, and I think I'm going to kiss a puppy, and I'm going to hug a panda.
You stole mine. I mean, that's definitely what I was.
Well, I mean, I don't know that I'd really want to kiss a panda. Like I said, it's still a wild animal. Let's be honest.
Fuzzy, and they're so adorable. I just want to like snuggle it. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, we can snuggle it. Well, I don't know, Amy. What would you do?
You know what? I'm gonna be like Phoebe, and I'm gonna go off script, and I would say I'd hug all three, but no. Okay, I'd pick one of you to punch me in the face, so I didn't have to do it. I think I would. I mean, I feel like I would pick Mel because Kelly, I feel like you're a little.
I have a lot of anger and aggression.
I'd be gentle.
I feel like Mel would be like.
Hey, Amy,
Even at her hardest,
Oh, that's funny. I'm doing a lot of it.
Oh my god, you guys are the best.
You know, and then probably kiss the puppy and hug the panda, because I don't know how. I feel like the panda might bite my face.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody knows.
I feel like you have a better chance with the puppy, right?
Well, puppies will kiss you and lick you anyway, so like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're used to humans too. All right, so drum roll, because for those that answered the question with the
We have drums here. I could do
oh, we gotta get it ready for next time. We'll have to have it.
All right, yeah.
All right, randomize. Here we go, and the winner is Cara Galasso Garcia.
Yes.
Congratulations, Cara. You are going to win a $25 gift card to Cape Cod Coffee. This was your comment earlier. Panda Punch. She was the one, she punched the panda. So, at least they're being honest. They don't want to punch themselves. I appreciate that.
That's funny.
So, Cara, it's a virtual card, so you can just private message the Cape Cod Moms page after with your email address. Get the virtual card over to you. Don't worry, we won't be coming to your house with that at all to pick it or anything. I'm sorry, I love the comments, you guys.
They're great.
Oh no, wait. Okay, what does Katie say?
Yeah. No shame in punching a panda. It's a wild animal in order to hustle out. She has.
I think it's fair. I mean, we are being honest, right?
I guess maybe we have to also clarify. Like, we're thinking a puppy. A panda could be like a full-blown grizzly bear. I'm thinking it doesn't have to be like. What if it's not a baby panda?
It also doesn't say like it could be a stuffed puppy and a stuffed panda. It doesn't say.
You're right.
Oh, that was a hard. I didn't think out of the box on that. We're gonna have to come up with a really good question for next week. If you have a suggestion, feel free to private message us. Put it in the comments. We'll take your questions for questions of the night. We want something funny that kind of gets you laughing. We want to have a little fun here. Even when we have a serious topic, I think it's important to laugh, right? I mean,
yes.
Doesn't have to be serious all the time. There's a lot of laughing that goes along with, and sometimes when something goes bad, you have to laugh because otherwise you're going to cry.
Well,
so,
I do.
Cheers to that. So, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for taking an hour with us once a week. We really appreciate it. We enjoy this time. It's so important. And we're looking forward to seeing you next week with local dad and chef extraordinaire, Brandon Babiaz from Marshland Restaurant in Sandwich. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be even more fun to watch us do the recipes with our kids.
It'll be fun.
It's going to be an experience. So thank you, everybody, for joining us, and we will see you next time. Next week, 8 p.m. on the Parent Pod, Facebook and YouTube. And don't forget, nominate your friends. Thanks so much. Oh, hi, Charlene. I'm drinking the Hurricane Bob.
Good night, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Good night,